Yes, using a very, very fine brush. Uh, I think I cut this one up. It's just a few hairs, that's all. But it's really perfect for this type of fine work. I don't know if I could even buy one in a shop that's fine like this. Maybe those nail brushes or something, nail art brushes. But yeah, it's very, very fine. As you can see, I'm dabbing with my fingers because I'm really trying to knock those tones back. So working now up towards where the river's coming in. It's it's very, very fine work. Got to be very careful here because I don't want to. Obviously, I need to show that that there's space between the waves, the ripples, the light catching on it. Yeah, right to the edge. So now come back to detailing the waves and the foam. So this brush is a little bit thicker, as you can see. The details don't need to be so fine, but it's still a tiny brush at the end of the day. But it's more refining now. I'm at this point where a lot of the work has been done, and it's just a case of sharpening everything up and just sorting where the light is and on the tops of the waves and still working on the form of the waves as well, so that they're interesting and that they look like waves. As you can see, the person who's going to be with the dog is been painted over quite a lot, but that's fine. I'm going to put it back in, or him back in, I think is it actually, um, pretty soon. But there's really no point in trying to go around a figure. So let's say, for example, if I did that in the beginning, well, early stages, sorry, and then trying to go around it, I mean, you're going to see that. So it's better just to sort of block it in, just an idea, just to so I haven't got to think about the getting the form right. I've already worked that part out, and then you can just work over the top of it. You haven't got to cover it completely, but it's much easier that way, and obviously then the lines are more fluid. It's just refining, just taking it easy, just seeing what needs to be done, and painting in general, it tells you when it's finished. Well, that was a drastic move. I'm going to leave that in. Just got to be very careful also. With the perspective, it's always in your mind, just making sure that things um, are the correct size. And also being careful not to overdo it as well. Just doing what needs to be done. So this section here, I was yeah, when I was looking at it, I was thinking it needs to be knocked back a little bit, towards the end. So I've just made a very it's just a little bit of um, I think it's white, very very fine layer of white over the top, just to knock it back a little bit, just tonally, just to push it into the distance. Still got to be careful also with this to make sure that that layer is consistent. Just to have a little check where we're at. Let's see. So today I was working on these on the reflection basically from the sky on the sea. So just cutting into that with a very very fine brush. Still maybe some little bits and pieces to do on it, but I think it's pretty much there. Let it dry back and then see how it's looking and go from there. Also put some highlights on, and just on the waves. A little bit of light over here as well, and lighten this part a little bit. Again, I'll let it dry back, and then I'll see what needs to be done. See if anything else needs to be done. I just want to push that area back just a little because it's a bit obviously a bit further away from over here. And I think that we've got a nice feeling of the estuary, which is coming down, filtering down sort of from here, and of course you've got like a beach over there, some houses and so on, and then enters into the bay then. At the moment, yeah, these guys are painted over a little bit. That's okay. I just really wanted to position them, make sure that, for example, this one is in the right sort of position for the kite. And I think this figure over here will have a little dog, so there needs to be a reflection in the water. I've still got some bits and pieces to do with the sand, and just to put some little I don't know, little bit of colouring in it here and there, and also these footprints as well. I still need to go over those, but there's not an awful amount to do now. It's just really little bits and pieces to do. Obviously, you need a fishing rod. Little bits and pieces. That's all. So that's it. But it's looking okay. So pleased with the progress.